In a world filled with secrets and darkness, stories of spooky things hide in the shadows. These are places where you can hear whispers bouncing off empty hallways, and ghosts wander around looking for peace from their never-ending suffering. From haunted castles to abandoned graveyards, every place keeps its own hidden secrets waiting to be discovered. Number 1. Poveglia Island, Italy. Poveglia Island, located off the coast of Venice, Italy, has a long history filled with darkness that stretches back centuries. In the Middle Ages, when the bubonic plague, also known as the Black Death, ravaged Europe, Poveglia Island was utilized as a quarantine station. Ships arriving in Venice suspected of carrying the deadly disease were required to anchor near the island, and those on board who showed symptoms of the plague were forcibly isolated on its shores. Poveglia Island took on a new role that would later contribute to its haunting reputation. In the 20th century, during the early years of the 1900s, the island was repurposed as a mental asylum. Patients suffering from various mental illnesses were sent to Poveglia, where they were subjected to treatment methods that, by today's standards, are considered inhumane and cruel. It's within these walls that stories of unspeakable suffering and torment emerged. Patients were reportedly subjected to experimental treatments, some of which involved procedures that caused immense pain. The echoes of their anguish seem to have permeated the very fabric of the island, creating an atmosphere that feels heavy with sorrow and despair. Over the years, as tales of the island's sinister history spread, reports of supernatural occurrences began to surface. Visitors and explorers claimed to witness ghostly figures wandering the abandoned buildings. Cries and whispers were said to pierce the silence, as if the souls of those who had suffered within the asylum's walls were still trapped in a never-ending nightmare. People who have ventured to the island have experienced unexplained phenomena, such as sudden drops in temperature, feelings of being watched, and even physical sensations of being touched by unseen hands. Whether due to the echoes of suffering or the restless spirits of the past, Poveglia Island continues to capture the imagination of those who dare to step foot on its shores, making it one of the most haunted places in Italy. Number 2. Borgvattnet Vicarage, Sweden. The Borgvattnet Vicarage carries a chilling history of paranormal occurrences that stretches all the way back to the 1920s. This secluded Swedish vicarage has earned a reputation for being a hotspot of supernatural activity that continues to bewilder and unsettle those who dare to enter. One of the most famous ghosts here is the Grey Lady, often seen and sensed by those who visit. It's believed that she was once a maid who served in the vicarage. Her presence is so powerful that many people have encountered her ghostly figure, dressed in gray attire, gliding through the corridors or even staring out of windows. The tales of the Grey Lady's appearances have become an integral part of the vicarage's lore. But that's not all. The Borgvattnet Vicarage has earned its spooky reputation due to a series of unexplainable events. Visitors have reported objects mysteriously moving on their own, strange cold spots that defy explanation, and unsettling sounds that seem to come from nowhere. Imagine hearing footsteps or whispers when there's no one around. These eerie occurrences have contributed to the vicarage's standing as one of Sweden's most haunted places. Number 3. Eastern State Penitentiary, USA. Once an innovative prison designed for solitary confinement, Eastern State Penitentiary housed notorious criminals and saw numerous deaths. Visitors have reported ghostly apparitions of former inmates, echoing footsteps, and eerie shadows in its empty halls. Once a groundbreaking prison built for solitary confinement, Eastern State Penitentiary became home to infamous criminals and witnessed its fair share of deaths. As you step into its eerie confines, you're transported back in time to a place where the walls hold the secrets of the past. Behind those walls, stories of violence, despair, and desperation unfolded. Tales of notorious criminals and their sinister deeds seeped into the prison's very foundation, leaving a mark that even time couldn't erase. People who visit Eastern State Penitentiary and are brave enough to explore it have told some really scary stories. They say they've seen ghostly shapes that remind them of prisoners from the past. These strange forms appear out of nowhere in the corners of their eyes. And they've heard footsteps echoing in the empty hallways, as if the ghosts from long ago are still walking around. On top of that, creepy shadows move on the walls, creating a strange feeling that can make your hair stand on your neck. As you walk through the prison's halls, you can almost feel the heavy stories that are still there. The sadness, the loneliness, the pain. Number 4. Aokigahara Forest, Japan. Nestled in the shadow of the majestic Mount Fuji lies Aokigahara Forest, a place that has earned a grim reputation as the infamous suicide forest. The name itself makes people curious and cautious at the same time. When you step into this place, you'll feel a spooky vibe because of the thick trees and the silence that makes your skin crawl. The forest floor covered in personal things and items left behind. These things belong to people who came here looking for comfort but ended their lives. There are notes they wrote with heavy hearts and things they owned, all telling stories of lives that ended too soon. When the sun tries to peek through the thick branches above, you'll sense a heavy sadness in the air. The wind whispers through the leaves, almost like voices you can't hear clearly, giving the place an eerie feeling. Many visitors to the forest have reported feeling an overwhelming sense of sadness, unease, and a peculiar energy that seems to pervade the surroundings. Some of them shared stories about seeing creepy things that appeared and then vanished, like shadows. Others mentioned hearing quiet whispers coming from the trees, making the place even spookier. Number 5. Château de Brissac, France. The Château de Brissac holds a chilling tale that revolves around the enigmatic figure known as the Green Lady. This historic castle, located in France, carries a haunting story that has captivated the imaginations of those who visit. The story says, long ago, a woman who had a sad affair. Her husband found out and killed her and lover inside the castle. People say the woman's spirit still walks around there, wearing a green dress. People who have gone to the Château de Brissac have shared scary stories about seeing the lady's ghost. Some say they've seen her ghostly figure, while others have felt really uneasy for no reason. The castle's hallways and rooms seem to remember what happened, like they're holding on to the past. The feeling of the lady is still there, making the castle feel strange. It's like an invitation for those who are brave enough to go inside. Number 6. The Queen Mary, USA. The Queen Mary, a magnificent ship renowned for its glamorous days as a luxury cruise liner, and its role as a troop transport during wartime, has gained a chilling reputation that still captivates people's interest. With a history dating back to the 1930s, this ship has seen glamorous days as a mode of opulent travel and played a crucial role during World War II. However, it's the ship's paranormal legacy that has fascinated many. Countless reports of unexplained phenomena have contributed to its mystique. Among the most notable are sightings of a spectral lady in white, a ghostly figure that has been spotted roaming the decks and hallways, leaving witnesses amazed and fearful. Another eerie presence is that of a young girl, often seen playing near the ship's pool area, her laughter echoing through time. But it's not just apparitions that contribute to the Queen Mary's otherworldly reputation. Visitors and crew members have reported hearing inexplicable sounds, footsteps echoing in empty corridors, and doors opening and closing seemingly on their own, leaving some to speculate about the residual energy left behind by those who once sailed aboard. Number 7. Bangar Fort, India. Bangar Fort, located in Rajasthan, India, has earned a reputation as one of the most haunted places in the country, shrouded in eerie legends and chilling tales. The fort, built in the 17th century by Raja Madho Singh, is said to have been cursed, giving rise to the pervasive belief that it is not only abandoned but also inhabited by restless spirits. According to local folklore, the curse originated from a tragic and ill-fated love story. A powerful sorcerer named Singhiya fell in love with Princess Ratnavati, a woman of great beauty and grace. Aware of his intentions, the princess rejected his advances. In a fit of anger, Singhiya cast a spell on a cosmetic that the princess was supposed to use, hoping that the spell would compel her to fall in love with him. However, the princess discovered the plan and foiled it by pouring the cosmetic onto a boulder, which then crushed Singhiya to death. Before dying, Singhiya cursed the entire town, fort, and its inhabitants, prophesying their doom and demise. His curse condemned Bangar to abandonment and decay, ensuring that no soul could find peace within its walls. Consequently, the fort and its surrounding structures were deserted, and a shadow of fear and mystery was cast upon the once thriving settlement. Locals and visitors alike have reported unsettling experiences within the fort's premises. As night falls, An eerie aura envelops Bangor, and it is said that supernatural occurrences become more pronounced. Spirits are believed to roam the area after dark, and many who have ventured into the fort at night claim to have heard inexplicable sounds, seen apparitions, and felt an overwhelming sense of unease. Due to the deeply ingrained fear associated with the curse, entry into Bangor Fort is officially prohibited after sunset, enforced by the Archaeological Survey of India. Number 8. Chillingham Castle, England. Nestled in the picturesque English countryside, Chillingham Castle has a history that's both chilling and mysterious. Built in the 12th century, the castle witnessed battles and suffering during England and Scotland's wars. Some say the castle's walls still hold the cries of those who suffered. But it's not just the past that haunts this place. There's the tale of the Blue Boy, a young spirit who wanders the castle with a sad glow. He's said to be searching for something, or maybe causing mischief. And it's not just sights that give you goosebumps. Faint footsteps echo through the hallways, as if unseen figures are walking beside you. Chillingham Castle isn't just a place frozen in time. It's a place where the line between the living and the unknown blurs. If you're brave enough, you can join ghost tours to explore its secrets. As night falls and the castle becomes darker, you might start to feel like you're not alone. Many visitors have reported encountering ghostly apparitions and experiencing eerie phenomena within its walls. Some have claimed to see the Blue Boy wandering the corridors. Others have shared stories of feeling cold spots, hearing unexplained footsteps, and even witnessing objects moving on their own. Number 9. Monte Cristo Homestead, Australia. In the charming town of Junee, nestled in the heart of New South Wales, Australia, stands the enigmatic Monte Cristo Homestead. It carries a haunting history that has fueled its reputation as one of the most haunted locations in the entire country. The story revolves around a tragic incident that occurred in 1961, when a caretaker named Jack Simpson met an unexpected death under mysterious circumstances. Shockingly, he was shot by a young boy, who found inspiration in the chilling scenes of Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, a twist that only adds to the eerie aura surrounding the homestead. What attracts the curious and the brave to the Monte Cristo homestead are the unexplainable experiences reported within its walls. Whispers of phantom footsteps echoing through empty corridors create an unsettling atmosphere, and ghostly apparitions appear without warning, leaving witnesses in awe and fear. Number 10. The Island of Dolls, Mexico. Hidden within the mysterious Xochimilco canals of Mexico lies an island that sparks both fascination and fear. This unusual place is surrounded by an eerie atmosphere, filled with the haunting presence of hundreds of decaying dolls. Every tree, every structure is adorned with these eerie figures, their lifeless forms suspended in an uncanny dance. The island's guardian was Don Julian Santana, a man whose connection to the dolls is as mysterious as the island itself. He shared a chilling tale, claiming that these dolls weren't ordinary toys but vessels for the spirit of a young girl, who had tragically met her end in the waters nearby. According to the story, her spirit remained, finding comfort within the dolls that now inhabit the island. Don Julian's dedication to this unsettling task led him to spend years collecting and hanging dolls. Each one reflects a range of emotions, from sadness to peace, from innocence to unsettling distortion. Both locals and visitors have claimed to witness an unsettling phenomenon, the alleged movement of the dolls. Some say that the dolls' eyes follow you, and their limbs change positions, as if the spirit inside still longs for a connection with the living. As we conclude our tour of the top 10 most haunted places, remember, in darkness, ghosts share their tales. Stay curious, but beware the haunted. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos.